Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives? Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to another episode of So Are the Days of Our Lives. I almost forgot the title of my podcast because I'm just sitting basking in the glory of a great friend.
That's
It's
me.
an amazing day. There's a siren going off right by my window. But listen, we're not one of those podcasts that's like obsessed with production quality. We're real.
We're real life.
We're raw.
This is happening now.
It's crappening.
It's crappening.
Listeners, please welcome the one and only Emily Swanberg to the
Hello.
podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Emily, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
You sound like you're on NPR.
Here's the thing. Yes. Here's the thing. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I do think perhaps I'm doing an impression of a podcast guest.
It's just that you're doing like, and today on Capitol Hill, this is...
Not my usual, like, okay, let's get down to it.
See, we'll warm up. That's what the intro questions are for. We'll warm
Perfect.
up. Emily, I'm so excited for you to be here because you are one of the... Jacoby had listened to the podcast, but you're my first, you texted me that you're listening to the podcast, and I was like, come on the pod.
I love this podcast. And here's the thing. I listened to the first episode twice.
Emily!
Because I listened to it by myself and enjoyed it a lot. And then I listened to it with my girlfriend, Cara,
Perfect.
on a long drive to Iowa. And she commented every 5 seconds, and I had to keep pausing it so she wouldn't miss anything. But
Because you're like, I know what's coming. You don't.
Exactly. And she just kept being like, wow, this is going to be a thing. This is so good.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Cara. Okay, Cara's on the podcast ASAP.
Great.
I'll say that.
She would love to.
God love you, Cara Phipps. That means a lot. Wow. To be a road trip podcast. That's the
Yeah,
dream.
it's the dream. I'm your number one fan.
Oh, God. I got to get merch so that Emily can rep it.
I definitely will rep it.
Okay. We're going to dive into these intro questions because Emily has really teased that she's got some thoughts about the intro questions. So I can't wait to dive into it.
Well, here's the thing. I'm a big TV fan. I know it sounds so silly.
No, I feel the same way.
When I was in high school specifically, I thought I had an addiction to television. And the parasocial relationship was strong, is all I'm saying. So,
Oh my God.
yeah, I love TV. I'm going to get so amped.
Okay, Emily Swanberg, what, if any, relationship do you have to Days of Our Lives or soap operas in general?
I don't have any specific experience with capital S-O soap operas, but I was a big Gilmore Girls fan as a child,
yep.
which sometimes I think aired on reruns on the soap opera network
Ooh.
at a time. It's sort of a teen soapy situation.
Yeah.
And I had the DVD box sets of those, and I just watched them on loop for my entire childhood.
Oh, so good.
And, that was on the CW and ABC Family, now Freeform.
Shout out Freeform, even though we're an NBC Universal podcast.
Yes, of course. Go Peacock. But ABC Family teen dramas, I would say, is so we got Make It or Break It.
Oh my
we got
God.
The Fosters.
Oh my God. Secret Life of the
Secret
American
Life
Teenager.
of the American Teenager.
Was Make It or Break It
The gymnastics one.
Wait,
Yes.
Was that a spin-off of Stick It, or was it just
I think it was
unrelated?
just both gymnastics.
They were just what the people want is gymnastics.
Absolutely. Bunheads, which was the Gilmore Girls spinoff.
Bunheads! Icon.
So ABC Family shows were prime to me. And of course, the L Word
Of course.
is truly the soapiest soap show I've ever watched.
Jacoby and I were actually talking about this yesterday, that we were talking about This Is Us, which was a show that
my
we were
gosh,
very into.
yes.
And
That's so soapy.
it's so soapy. And I feel like people act like soapy's a bad word.
I love soap.
Grey's Anatomy is a soap opera. This Is
Totally.
Us was a soap opera. Those shows that you talked about, those are so... Just because they're soapy, it doesn't mean it's bad. It can have super good writing, super high production quality. It's engaging. But the drama and the twists and the turns, that's drama. Like
it's just extreme circumstances. Yeah. Entertain me, bitch.
Yeah.
And the L word, I mean, certainly had a lot of entertainment and a lot of sex.
And that's something that we couldn't do on soap operas, so we get it on the L word.
Yeah, Showtime, baby. I mean, Peacock.
No, it's okay. I mean, it's okay.
Only.
NBC Universal isn't actually sponsoring me.
I also love that you say NBC Universal every time.
I'm trying to be proper. I'm trying to be proper. I'm
Fair.
trying to respect the merger, you know?
Respect the merger. Amazing.
Anything else that you wanted to say about, or just like that the shout out was ABC family programming?
I mean, a teen drama. Give me some Friday Night Lights.
Love
give
a
me
teen
some
drama.
One Tree Hill.
That may have dovetailed into the next question of what is your favorite comfort TV show?
I mean, those things for sure.
Uh-huh.
But primarily, I am really into reality competition TV.
Ooh, hell
Specifically. So, like, Survivor, Project Runway, Blown Away, the glass blowing show.
I still haven't watched
Glow
that.
Up, the makeup show.
I want to watch the glass blowing one so bad, and the ceramics one.
Great Pottery Throwdown.
Yes, where they're like,
I know it. It's so good. They make toilets almost every season.
Are you serious?
Yes, it's very funny. One of the guys literally cries at every critique. He's like, this is just the most beautiful. You just love pottery.
See, and I love that. That's why I love, I mean, you're literally wearing a Dancing with the Stars socks right now. Not to out you in that way.
I mean, how dare you? But I do love Dancing with the Stars.
Cut it out. I get so emotional at those reality competition shows. I get really emotional at anything when I think about like how hard they have tried.
Yeah.
It just means something to me. Without giving too much away, what was the most surprising thing about the episode I had you watch?
I heard in your first few episodes people talking about the editing and people talking about like, are they going to do another take of that line they clearly forgot? But it truly felt like every actor had like barely read their lines. They were just mid-sentence trailing off and coming back in when they remembered. And I was like, y'all.
It's stunning.
You truly only have 2 seconds to film this.
I saw a video because the woman who plays Gabby sometimes like
Which one's Gabby?
Oh, I don't think she was in this episode. She's on what I started referring to as the scheme team. Her and her husband, Stefan, who were like blackmailing Dimitri, the secret gay one. She used to like make TikToks of like a day in the life working on a soap opera. And I was fucking obsessed with them because she's like, usually as an actor working on a TV show, you go and you're maybe filming like 5 scenes in a day max. And we're trying to film like 60 scenes in a day. Like it's so much.
Yeah, like I think this was episode 21 of the season.
That's
and I had to scroll so far. I was like 169. Like so many episodes.
They release 5 new episodes a week.
I can't do anything 5 days a week.
That's why I'm so far behind.
Oh.
That's why we're recapping episodes from September.
You have unlimited ammunition for this show.
I truly do.
Material.
Yeah. Ammunition to blow the podcast world to smithereens.
I'm ready.
I get flagged.
Oh no.
No.
Demonetized.
I have to be monetized to be demonetized. Just a reminder, the game that we play on the podcast. I forgot what we were doing here.
On the So Are the Days podcast.
Thank you. Since the episodes famously don't have titles, they're just titled by the number, season and episode number, and the date on which the episode aired. We will search for the name, the title of the episode in our recap. Wow, it took me a long time to get there. I'm sorry. We both have for our delicious beveragino, some red wine. Great ASMR. Thanks for holding up the mic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you want a little top off before we start?
Yes, we are drinking red wine today.
A little Rioja.
Oh, yeah?
And after Emily pours this wine, we'll get into the recap. And we're back. back. Someday there will be a word from my sponsors in that little interlude I put in. So today we are breaking down Days of Our Lives, Season 59, Episode 21, which aired on Monday, September 25th, 2023. This episode opens in the Brady pub. We've been here before with new characters, people we haven't talked to, not new characters to the show, obviously, new characters to the podcast. Husband and wife, Roman Brady and Kate Roberts. Kate is the icon in mixed paisley in this episode.
Jesus Christ, that mixed paisley.
She is always wearing she's liable to have feathers in her hair. And I should say, she's a woman of a certain age. She's comparable in age to Marlena, I would say.
Okay.
I was trying to do a little blurb about who are these people? And it says on the Days of Our Lives wiki page, it goes, Kate Roberts is known for getting what she wants via scheming. And I'm honestly, legend. Living for it.
Icon.
She
has a necklace that goes past her navel on. It is so long.
Yeah, she's big into accessories.
Wowie.
And then Roman, her husband,
reddest face.
He's a dear old man with white hair and a very red face. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say he's wizened with age. In a lovely way that I love to see on television.
He did seem lovely.
He's a former cop, I guess, now the proprietor of the Brady pub. They've both been on the show since the 90s, I think.
Wow.
They've been on forever. They were married a long time ago. And
in real life or on the show?
I'm sorry, on the show.
Okay.
Their characters were married and then they got divorced. They've been with a bunch of other people. And now recently in the last year or so, they fell in love again and got married again later in life. And we love to see it.
We do love to see it.
Okay. So that's who Kate and Roman are. In this moment, Kate is absolutely reeling. She can barely get a word out. She says she's just heard some disturbing, terribly upsetting news. Sarah Horton has given birth to their grandchild and nobody bothered to tell them. And I'm I get that that's offensive, but can we recalibrate our reactions to things like this? Her vibe was someone is dead, and the truth was someone is born.
Well, and she was I'll tell you, but it's really disturbing.
Yeah,
and I was disturbing? Did someone just get bloody murdered?
Yeah, she was I don't even want to say it. And I'm what is happening, girl? You got left out of the loop, and you're salty about it, and I think that's fair. So then we quick cut to the town square.
Quick cut.
Smash cut.
Smash.
To the town square, where recently back from the fake dead, Philip is sitting. So
Philip is leather jacket boy?
Yes.
Motorcycle jacket boy.
Longish hair.
Yeah. And the other one is Rex.
Correct.
I watched the episode 1.5 times.
Oh my God, Emily.
I was so confused the first time. I had to start it again to make sure I knew who everyone was.
Oh, I appreciate it. In the first episode I did on the podcast, Philip had come back from the dead, quote unquote. He faked his own death. He framed somebody else for it. And now he's back in Salem.
Got it.
And Rex is his half brother. Kate is both of their moms.
Okay, I'm just processing.
Mom to both of them.
Half
that
brother.
wasn't great.
Okay.
Yeah, they have different dads.
Okay.
Rex is engaged to this woman, Sarah Horton, who just gave birth. Philip's opening line in this scene did absolutely send me. He's doing a His Girl Friday cadence, old Hollywood thing. And he's talking to Rex and he's have you shared any of your good news with a mother? I'm what's happening? What's going on?
He's alive again.
He's I've got the joy of life in me. And Rex admits he hasn't talked to mom because he feels guilty lying to her. Turns out he's not baby Victoria's father. Xander is.
The British man.
Scottish. So close. So Xander, who's Scottish, who's currently engaged to Chloe. So Xander used to be married to Sarah Horton, and he's a ne'er-do-well, and he started doing ne'er-well. I don't know how you would say that. Doing bad, evil stuff.
He did bad.
He kidnapped a woman, two women.
Oh, wowie. He did really bad.
Even though he was trying to, make a new start for himself. So Sarah was very upset by the kidnapping and divorced him and was like, I never want to see you again. Then she finds out she's pregnant. She knows Xander is the father, but she doesn't want him in her life or in the baby's life. So she goes to Rex, who's her other ex-husband. Everybody gets married all the time.
I didn't know they had already been married.
Yes, they had already been married. Rex had tried to win Sarah back, but she was like, no, I don't trust you anymore. But now that it's like convenient for her, she's like, actually, you could do me a favor and like pretend to be in a relationship with me. Therefore, people will think you're this baby's father. Mm-hmm. Like, I think Rex was like very willing to do it. He like kind of proposed the idea. She was like, yeah, actually, that would help me a lot. She kept the pregnancy a secret. And then when people found out, she was like, yep, Rex and I are back together, and Rex is the father, even though that's a lie. So, of course, Rex has sworn Sarah he won't tell anyone, but here he is out in the town square talking to Philip about it, and right on cue, who should walk up and start the most obvious eavesdropping but Chloe, Xander's current fiance. She's got her little coffee, and then her like eyes go wide as she starts to hear them, and she hides behind, I called it like a Beauty and the Beast flower cart.
So she's behind nothing.
She's behind like a 2x4.
Oh, not
just
even like 2x2, I'd say
2x2, and Emily knows her plank measurements.
Yeah, I'm a plank measurement expert.
So yeah, she like hides behind this little flower cart. And I'm like, just to make sure anyone eavesdropping would get the full story, Rex repeats, Xander is the father of Sarah's baby. And Chloe is horrified.
Mm-hmm. I did call her crazy eyes in my notes
She's
because of the wide eyes.
The bluest, icy blue eyes.
Icy. Well, and they sure do line them.
And they're lined with black eyeliner. They pop. Let's say they pop.
She's got the cat eyes sharp enough to kill a man.
Shout out, Drop of Tortured Poets Department tomorrow. Meanwhile, at the hospital, Xander has come to visit Sarah and the baby. She had gone into labor right after Victor Kiriakis's funeral.
Yep.
The guy who died in the plane crash.
Maggie's husband. And
you're putting it together.
Vivian's ex-husband.
Correct.
You guys, I really did my homework here.
You did. And it's... Okay, so Sarah had gone into labor right after Victor's funeral and naturally just had to pop the baby out right there in the cemetery.
Wait, what?
Yep, there was no time to get to the hospital. It was all happening too fast. And the only people around to help her were Rex, her fake fiance, Xander, her ex-husband, and Chloe, her ex-husband's current fiance. So they did it together like a little team. So now Xander and Sarah do like polite small talk where he asks if she and the baby are recovered from the scare. And she's like, yep, we're getting discharged today. And then she's like, Xander, why are you here? So Xander's like, oh, yeah, I came here because I have something to tell you. And then Sarah's thrown into a quick flashback where her mother, Maggie, is confronting her about how Xander has a right to know that he's the baby's father. And then Sarah comes out of it and nervously goes, yeah, there's something I want to tell you too. And then she stares up at him, and the tail of this scene is the longest wide-eyed stare I've ever seen.
With very brushed up eyebrows.
Her eyebrows are laminated so great. I mean, they look incredible. Bitch, you
are in a hospital bed and your eyebrows are combed.
I can see every hair on her brow.
Is that not how they usually look?
Do you think they were particularly brushed?
I mean,
this
she had
episode?
Other makeup on too, but the eyebrows really...
Her eyebrows were slicked back. Just honestly stunning. It's not your favorite look.
Honestly, I don't mind the look in general. It's that juxtaposed with like the hospital gown and the infant.
That
I'm like,
sure.
You have just been torn open.
Yep.
And you combed those eyebrows.
You just had a traumatic birth experience and like your brows are laminated. It's insane.
Your brows are laminated. Maybe she got the procedure done while she was in the hospital.
Maybe.
She's like, I'm already here.
Actually, I'm on bed rest. Can somebody just come in and do my brows?
Honestly,
respect.
Smart.
Okay, so now we're going to the offices of Titan Industries. This is so like The DeMera family has DeMera Enterprises. That's where everyone's like obsessed with the shares and the holdings and all sorts of things. And the Kyriakis family has Titan Industries. That's their like business. And they have companies that conduct business. And I cannot go into further detail.
Great.
This is the company that the late Victor Kyriakis used to run. He had his wife Maggie take it over before he died. But after he died, it was discovered that his will had been destroyed and he had actually never finalized his divorce to the slightly witchy 80-year-old woman, Vivian Alamain. She's a notorious villain.
She's giving Barbara Hershey and Black Swan vibes.
I've never seen Black Swan. It's a blind
Olivia!
I'm sorry, it's a blind spot. I'm so sorry. I just knew it was going to be so disturbing that I couldn't watch it.
All right. Well, you're right.
Okay.
But Google Barbara Hershey's character in Black Swan.
I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I get it. I see it. I see it for sure.
It's mostly an energy, but also
it's like the eyes and the hair.
Angular bone structure.
Totally.
And black.
And black.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, Vivian's a notorious villain, and she has swooped back into Salem to snatch everything away from Maggie, including the company. So Vivian's at Titan right now. She's meeting with Alex Kyriakis, who I talked about in the last episode. He was in Greece with like his cousin Brady, looking for information about Victor's death. Vivian has called him in because she wants Alex to be her right-hand man as she takes Titan in a new direction, which I think she revealed in a previous episode. She wants to like get back into the underground drug trafficking trade.
Oh.
That's the new direction she wants to take Titan in, which I think is ambitious.
It's entrepreneurial for sure.
Alex tells Vivian that she can take her offer and shove it. And Vivian just goes, oh my.
I was like, are they about to fuck?
Yeah, well, he has that quality. I don't know if it's like the actor or if it's what the actor like thinks his character does, but he's sort of always like, and you know what I'm going to do to you?
Oh,
and I'm like, sir, that is a grandmother.
I mean, he does have an open shirt and a chain.
Yes, he's
that
showing
is giving
it off.
that.
That is giving that vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we meet Maggie, redheaded queen, mother of Sarah, widow of Victor.
Mother of Sarah?
Yes.
What?
Yes, she's Sarah's mom.
Oh.
Yeah. So she and Xander were like really close when Sarah and Xander were married. And so she feels like an allegiance to him and is like, he deserves to know about Xander being the father of your baby, blah, blah, blah. So this family has a lot going on right now.
There are so many connections. It's a web.
Everyone's related or has, if they're not related, they have definitely been married or have had sex with each other.
All right. So we meet Maggie. She's meeting with Justin, who's Victor's nephew. He's like a very earnest lawyer. And honestly, he's one of my favorite actors on the show. I just think he's like sincerely grounded and like a very good actor. I like him a lot. I didn't bother to look up his name, but you know what? Shout out Justin. So Maggie has an excellent exposition scene opener as she clutches a file folder. She's like, so now we know. Victor had his old will destroyed and he had this new one drawn up while he was in Greece. I'm like, incredible. This is amazing. What a coincidence.
They found this new will in that silver briefcase Shane Donovan gave to Teresa in Greece that she was like trying to, in the last episode of the podcast, that she was trying to jimmy open with a butter knife. So Maggie and Justin are both curious why Victor would have changed his will and what changes he made. And Justin goes, well, only one way to find out.
Read it.
Cliffhanger. That's the end of the scene. Whatever will they do? And then we go into the opening title. Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
I barely know how it goes. I was just following you.
Reading my lips.
Yeah.
At the hospital, Xander sits on the edge of Sarah's bed, and the news he has to tell her is that he and Chloe are getting married. And she's like, yeah, I know, you got engaged. And he's like, oh, sorry, no, we're getting married today. And her face falls. Like, she looks so devastated. She is not masking how conflicted she is feeling in this moment.
She's literally holding his newborn child.
I know. And I'm also like, we are having to believe that he is truly so obtuse. She looks so devastated. And he does not clock it.
But I'm also like, why are you so devastated?
I know, because you're the one who's deciding not to tell him. It's in your power. Yeah, I called BS on this actually a couple times. Okay, so then she's devastated. So she's devastated, and Xander's super oblivious. He's just like, not that you care, I just wanted you to hear it from me. And Sarah's like, you watch her make the decision to like put on a brave face. Mm-hmm. And she's like, wow, I'm really happy for you. And then he's like, what was your news? And she's like, Rex and I are also actually getting married today. Now that our baby's here, there's no reason to not make things official.
How about the fact that you are in a hospital bed right now?
That's a great reason to postpone the wedding that you planned today also. Like, what? Just give it a minute.
Truly. And he's like, where are you having the wedding? And she's like, I don't know. He's going to ask his parents about today.
I'm also like, I want a spinoff of like the clerk of courts in Salem with people just being like, hi, yeah, I need to get married today, but the person I'm marrying isn't here. She's in the hospital, but she's getting discharged. So I just need that marriage license. I know you need both of us here, but so yeah, Sarah tells Xander that they're also getting married today. And Xander really rubs it in. He's like, well, I know you're a fiercely independent woman, but of course you want your daughter to have her father's name. And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything?
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense at all. But Sarah is once again haunted with guilt, racked with guilt as we end this scene. Ugh. Okay, now we're going to go back to the square to Rex and Philip's conversation. Chloe is eavesdropping. She's literally holding a garment bag that we can assume is her wedding dress.
Oh, I didn't even assume that.
Yes. She's like hiding behind the flower stand to eavesdrop. Philip is confused why Rex would lie about being the father of Sarah's baby. Fair question. Now, Rex is about to take us fully on the exposition train. Like, we are going to go through the whole thing. He starts it by literally going, let's rewind a bunch of months, which I think is incredible.
Their whole conversation in the square seems to be that.
Yes, it is. Here's what you missed on Glee. So he has this tone that he's like telling a bedtime story to a child. It's so funny. He's like, Sarah and Xander were happily married until Sarah found out about what Xander did to Bonnie and Susan. And that's when Philip goes, oh, you mean that whole deranged clown thing? And they're like, yeah,
exactly.
LOL.
Moving on.
That's like, Jacoby talked about that, where it's like, this show, they will breeze past something like that, being like, oh, that deranged clown thing. Yeah, totally.
Oh, like the exploding pizza bomb.
Yes, but they will double down to make sure you understand what like the definition of self-defense is, or like consent or something. They'll do like big definitions. And I'm like, we could spend a little more time on the deranged clown thing if we wanted to.
I mean, I guess hypothetically that was like a whole year of this show was talking about the deranged clown thing.
It's true. So yeah, here's the backstory on the deranged clown thing. Ava Vitale, who's being haunted by Miss Teeth, Susan Banks, she hired Xander to kidnap Miss Teeth, Susan Banks. He wore a clown mask while he did it.
Oh my God.
Bonnie accidentally like found them. Like he was like keeping Susan in like a shed outside the Kyriakis mansion.
Oh my God.
And Bonnie like went in and found them. And so he like had to kidnap her too to like keep her quiet. So that was what happened.
This is some serial killer shit.
Oh, for sure. This is Rex. This is how Rex is phrasing it to Philip.
Okay.
He goes, right after all that, Sarah finds out she's pregnant, but she doesn't want a man like Xander, who's capable of such horrible things, to be the father of her child. So she gets divorced and she moves to Chicago without anyone knowing she's pregnant. Not even her own mother. And Chloe's just back behind that flower cart shaking her damn head. She's just like, I cannot believe this shit. Meanwhile, we're going to go back to Maggie and Justin.
These
Finally,
two.
we're going to read the damn will.
These
and we're going to
two.
spend the next 45 minutes reading the damn will. Maggie passes it to Justin. She's like, you should read it. You're the lawyer. And I'm like, I don't think that's how reading works. You can read it too and ask him if you need him to clarify something. So Justin reads. It's all above board. Codicils. Shout out to codicils. Codicils get a shout out. It's
Shout
like
out to codicils. Codicils get a shout out.
shout out to codicils.
Hashtag codicils.
Potential title of that. So yeah, he goes, this will revoking all other wills and codicils. And I'm like, codicils is now one of my favorite words.
It's a good word.
So this will acknowledges that Victor discovered that, quote, due to a ghastly clerical error, his divorce from Vivian Alamain was never finalized. Victor says he's going to rectify the situation immediately and that heads are going to roll.
And they laugh maniacally.
And they laugh and laugh and laugh. But then Victor's will continues. It goes, but in the event of my death, convenient because he did in fact die before he was able to do that. But in the event of his death, before he can do that, he wants to make sure Maggie is provided for, so he leaves 50% of his estate to Maggie Horton. And Maggie and Justin are thrilled, and they hug. End of scene. Quick, we're going to go back to story time with Rex. I just wanted to do a very brief break from that, and now we're going back in.
Okay.
A few months ago, Bonnie, who is Justin's wife, Justin the lawyer's wife,
Okay.
Bonnie went to Chicago to visit her grandchild, who happens to be Rex's daughter, with Bonnie's daughter, obviously.
Uh-huh.
Did I lose you?
I'm lost. It's okay. I think keep going.
Bonnie has a daughter who had a child with Rex. So Rex's daughter is
Justin's wife's daughter's daughter.
Is Rex's daughter.
Is Rex's daughter.
That's perfect. See, it's clear as day.
Clear as day.
So Bonnie makes a surprise trip to Chicago to visit her granddaughter. And in Rex's apartment, she finds a very pregnant Sarah Horton. No one in Salem knew Sarah was pregnant. Rex jumps in and he's like, yep, Sarah's pregnant and I'm the father. But Bonnie didn't buy it. So Sarah admitted that it's Xander's baby. But Sarah then convinced Bonnie to keep it all a secret. But of course she can't keep a secret. She told Justin, and eventually Maggie found out, of course, too. So Bonnie, Justin, and Maggie all know the truth and have promised to keep it a secret, but that's it. And Chloe is doing a one-woman show in the background as she's eavesdropping, just being mortified. So I'm just Rex, you're sitting here talking about how nobody can know it's a secret. And then he's like, oh, by the way, please keep it a secret.
Also, you're in an outdoor shopping center
in the
area.
Horton Town Square of Salem.
Everyone is there.
Yes.
Everyone can hear you.
Famously.
Famously, sound
As
travels.
a function of civilization, the town square is
Hear
where
ye,
people
hear ye.
collect.
Ugh, Rex.
So yeah, Rex is like, hey, please don't tell anybody. I know Xander's your cousin. And Philip's like,
I don't give a fuck
everybody
about
has cousins.
that.
I fucking hate that guy. And Philip is supportive because he knows how much Rex loves Sarah. And now they're getting married. And then Rex admits that he's still just trying to win Sarah back for real. But Sarah has agreed to this marriage because she's trying to protect her baby. So Rex admits, he's like, it is a sham. But I think if I do the sham good, she'll fall in love with me for real.
Great logic.
And you're doing the sham so bad right now.
Yeah, you're definitely not keeping it a secret, which is the whole sham.
Yeah.
Damn it, Rex.
Damn it, Rex. Rex then thanks Philip for agreeing to keep the secret, especially because telling Xander would clear a path for Philip to get back with Chloe. And Chloe's in the background silently being like, the hell it would. She's stunned. She's like, what are they talking about, me?
I missed that one. So she was with Philip
Yes.
at one point?
So
Were they married or no?
No, they did not get married. They were high school sweethearts, and then they were not together for a long time. And then maybe a year ago on the show, they were together again as adults. But he was obsessed with the fact, he was convinced that she was cheating on him with Brady. It was this whole thing where he was really jealous. And so that's why he faked his own death and blamed it, framed Brady for it, because he was like, Chloe's going to choose Brady, and so I'm going to fake my own death and send Brady to jail.
You need therapy, sir.
Which he's been for a year in an institution.
All right, great.
What it sounds like to be a swanky European institution.
Lovely.
We love it.
We love it. So is he like pining?
It's hard to say. I think he is, not so secretly, but like he's trying to be mature about it. So he's like, I'm going to respect her wishes. I've been to a year of swanky European therapy. I know that Chloe is an adult and can make her own decisions. So we're going to go back to the pub. Remember all the way the first scene of this episode where I talked about Kate and Roman at the pub? We're going to go back to them. Roman finally gets the full story about the birth. That the baby's a girl. They named her Victoria after Victor, who had just died, whose funeral she famously was born at. Wow. Whose grave she was born on.
What a namesake.
So Kate's like, mother and baby are both healthy, even though it was like a dramatic birth. And Roman's like, okay, we gotta go. Like, we gotta go. Let's go straight to the hospital. And Kate stops him and she's like, not so fast. Kate's hung up on the fact that Rex, her son, didn't even bother to tell them. So why should they run straight to the hospital and not like wait? And Roman lovingly points out that she's being petty. He literally is like, aren't you being a little petty about this? And I just loved it.
Got him.
But Kate digs her heels in. She's like, it's been 2 days. He could have texted. He could have phoned us.
He could have phoned them.
Is what she says exactly. And then she goes, he could have sent us a baby emoji. Part of me was like, how did we get from he could have phoned us to he could have sent us a baby emoji?
That was a moment where I do think she forgot her line.
Well, that's
I was like, she just ad-libbed emoji.
I agree. Because part of me was like, I feel like she got lost, and then like phoned me came out, and she like knew deep down that that was too dated of a reference. So she was like, I got a baby emoji. Potential title of ep, baby emoji.
Yeah, but it has to be like, baby emoji.
Baby emoji. Yeah, she's clearly spiraling, trying to find her way out of this line. Roman tries to assure her that, you know, it's just the chaos of having a newborn. But Kate is suspicious. And then she goes, Rex did, after all, keep us totally in the dark that they were even back together, let alone engaged and expecting. Something's not right. And now we're back at Titan with Alex and witchy Vivian. Mm-hmm. Alex is incredulous that Vivian would ask him to work with her after everything she's put his family through. And I just want to say here, full disclosure, Vivian Alamain is a blind spot for me. Speaking of blind spots, I know she's a classic villain, but I don't have the full laundry list of her crimes. Alex gives us like a mini spark notes of her most recent offenses. So he's like, you hired Leo Stark to accuse my brother Sonny of sexual harassment and tried to ruin his life. Plus, of course, you kicked Maggie and Justin and Bonnie out of their own home. And I'm like,
he also forgot the line. Wow. What a mouthful.
Out of their own home. And
what could it possibly be other than home?
I know. You know, there's that thing that happens where you like, maybe you don't.
Aren't you
not
paying attention to what you're saying?
No, but it's like you know you have a mouthful of shit that you have to get out, and so you're so focused on the like really convoluted thing. So he's like, you hired Leo Stark to accuse my brother Sonny of sexual harassment and had a plot to ruin his life, and you kicked these people. Fuck, I had it and I lost it out of their home.
Do they ever do live episodes? Because they're trained for that.
They should.
Yeah. It only takes one take.
Peacock, are you listening? Live episode of Days of Our Lives. Days of Our Live!
Oh, shit.
So, yeah. Okay, Alex has saved his line. Uh-oh, Emily's getting hot!
I'm sorry. I'm too worked up about this.
So, yeah, that's... Alex gave us the mini spark notes of, like, Vivian Alamain, bad, baddie, bad. But I know she's done like truly heinous things, it's that thing of like, it's not for me to know. I just have to trust that she's bad.
Yeah.
He's like, you're a terrible person. You're laying claim to Victor's entire estate. And Vivian's just like, what? Justin's a grown man. I think he should have his own place. And I'm like, that is funny. Yeah. Justin is a 50-year-old man.
He's 50?
I think so.
Wait,
Justin, not Alex.
Oh, I was like, Alex is not.
Oh,
okay.
and I'm sorry. Yeah, Alex.
Oh, I was still at Titan in my head.
We are still at Titan. Sorry, but he had talked about like, you're a terrible person. You threw Justin out of his home. Justin is Alex's dad, which will come back.
Sorry, no, I just had a realization. Justin is Alex's dad.
Yes.
So
hold on to that. Hold on to it.
Sorry.
Hold on to it.
I just had a mouth open realization about the end of the episode. All right.
Yes, that's why it's a big deal. Okay, we got to get there. Okay. So yeah, Vivian's like, come on, Justin's an adult. He should live in his own place. But then the unsettling underscoring comes in as Vivian says she's surprised Alex cares about Maggie. Dun, dun, dun. So speaking of Maggie's overwhelmed with emotion, finding out Victor left her half of his estate. Justin gives her a gigantic handkerchief, the biggest handkerchief I've ever seen. And then she has like a sweet moment of like looking to the heavens and like thanking Victor for taking care of her. And I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. Then they get back to processing. Maggie's sad that their marriage wasn't like technically real. And then Justin reminds her that he officiated their wedding. And then Maggie like has an adorable flub where she's like, the Justin of the piece couldn't make it. And so we had you come. And I'm like, oh, sweetie. There was a snowstorm and no one could make it. But it didn't matter because their love was so strong and so real. And Maggie reveals that she's struggled with this whole mystery around the will, but it's not because of the money. It's because it made her question Victor's feelings for her. But now she doesn't need to wonder. And Vivian inherits nothing. And then Maggie catches herself. She's like, well, unless he left her the other 50%. And Justin goes, there's no chance. But now that I think about it, I am curious about that other half.
How could we possibly know?
We'll never know. End of scene. I'm always just like,
end of scene.
End of scene. It's true. I'm screaming at the TV at this point. Like, when I read a book, I'm not at Kara's level of like, I'm reading the last page. I'm reading the whole last chapter. But my eye scans down the page. I look at what's coming a little bit.
1 inch down from where your eyes currently are. Yeah. It tells you
they're
who
not
gets
even
the other 50%.
Flipping tons of pages. Yeah. So, but we're going to leave them there on the cliffhanger. We're back at the hospital. Xander and Sarah are continuing to make awkward small talk about their simultaneous weddings. Sarah tells him that she and Rex, they're probably just getting married down at the pub. They haven't like ironed out all the details yet.
It's only in like 15 minutes.
And Xander and Chloe are flying to New York because Chloe's family is in New York. And I'm like, so what time is it now? What time is your flight? What time is the wedding? Because we're going Central Time to Eastern Time. So you're already you're going to be an hour behind. You're losing an hour.
There's no way Chloe's not already getting her hair and makeup done.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, unless you're getting married at 10 p.m. at LaGuardia.
Plot hole. The first and only plot hole of this episode.
The first and only. So yeah. Xander says that they're flying to New York, and then Xander drops that it's his first time meeting Parker, who's Chloe's son.
He hasn't met her son?
That's correct.
Oh.
So yeah, he's nervous about meeting Parker. He's like, I hope Parker doesn't hate my guts. And I'm like, slim chance you're a legitimate stranger who's like a murderer and a kidnapper. And then Sarah's like, don't worry about it. My nephew's really sweet. And I'm like, wait a second, what? So that sent me straight to the Days Wiki. And apparently Sarah had a brother, Daniel, who I have never heard of on the show, but I've like read about online.
Okay.
He is the father of Chloe's son, Parker. His name was Daniel Jonas, which is hilarious to me. And I never knew Sarah had a brother who is dead. Like, this man is dead. Mm-hmm. So Chloe's son is Sarah's nephew. It's crazy. And it's crazy that it's not come up. I've seen every episode that's aired over the last 4 years, and it's not come up.
I mean, there are decades of this show. It could be from like 20 seasons ago.
It's a rich text.
It is a rich text.
So yeah, I'm like, small world. Xander's still anxious, but Sarah assures him sincerely that he's going to make a great dad. And this is when I start calling BS, because I am like, girl, make up your damn mind. Do you think he's a good person and will make a great dad? Or do you think he's a monster that should not be anywhere near his own biological child?
Yeah. Do you think he's a clown kidnapper?
A deranged clown? Or
the love of your life?
A human who contains multitudes and has made mistakes?
You know what? 50-50 both.
50-50 both.
Oh, no. You know what you should do? Both get married to different people today. I won't drop it. This is wild.
I know. People are out here making terrible decisions.
Yeah.
So we're going to go back to the town square for more story time with Rex. He's like, come on, think about it. If Sarah and Xander decided to get back together to raise this baby, that would leave Chloe available for you. And this is when Philip decides to have like a mature moment. And he's like, you know what? Yes, I do still love Chloe, but I've messed it up too many times. She's with Xander now, and that's what's best for you, Sarah, and the baby. So that's how it should be. And with that, it's over. They hug it. They get up. They hug it out. They're like, okay, well, great talk.
See you later, bro.
Rex tells Philip that since he's been so magnanimous, he has one more favor. And in my note, I wrote magnanimous, adjective, generous or forgiving, especially toward a rival or less powerful person.
Very specific like, 10-point word.
What? Yeah. I'm like, is there like a vocab competition that they have in the writer's room of Days of Our Lives?
Gotta keep it interesting. Keep it spicy.
Maybe.
Keep it magnanimous.
So hit keep it magnanimous.
Title of that. Keep it magnanimous.
Rex says, since Philip's been so generous or forgiving, especially towards a rival or less powerful person, he has one more favor to ask. Rex asks Philip if he'll officiate him and Sarah's wedding. He goes, it's super easy. Do it online and meet me down at the pub. And I'm like,
in the next 5 minutes, become an ordained person.
I do know it's a simple process, but you can't get photos printed in an hour anymore. Like, I don't think you can go online and have it be instant ordination. So, but apparently it's a non-issue. He's like, oh yeah, you fill out a Google form.
Google form, it'll go right to the government.
So he's like, yep, totally can-do'sville. And then they both head off in what I described as a very musical theater way. They both like nod and have like a sigh of relief, and like Rex like puts his hands on his hips, and then like they go in different directions. Like Philip goes left and Rex goes right.
Gotta fill the stage.
Exactly. And this is when Chloe emerges from her not hidden hiding spot.
She literally steps like 3 inches to the right.
Yes. She's fully visible the entire time.
Exactly.
And she is speechless. And she just walks away with tears in her icy, icy, icy blue eyes. Back at Titan, back at the office, Alex is like, Vivian, things are good with me and Maggie. There had been drama previously with them because when Maggie was running Titan, she had fired Alex.
Okay.
So things were contentious, but they're good now. And he goes, this is why it felt like they were maybe about to fuck. He's like, Vivian, I know you get off on compounding Maggie's pain. I want no part of it.
Sounds like you want every part of it.
So Alex starts to leave. Vivian stops him in his tracks with like a confusingly poetic line. She goes, while that was quite moving, you're not exactly an altruist. And I'm like, again, a 10-point word. Then she's like talking about how he reminds her of his mother. And right as I was like, who was his mother again? I wrote, old girl, help me out. So she's like, Angelica Devereaux. And I'm like, cool. No idea who this person is. I think
What
she
are
died
you
a long time
talking
ago.
about?
We name check her. Angelica Devereaux.
Not currently relevant.
Alex says Victor always said to him that he had a killer instinct, just like his mother.
Jung jung.
And Vivian encourages him to follow that instinct, come back to Titan and make Victor proud. And then we get slightly into the weeds of Salem business infrastructure here, where Alex is like, I'm not a traitor. I would never work with the enemy. And then she's like, you already are. You work for Basic Black, which is a subset of Demera Enterprises. And I'm like, we have to let it alone. End this scene, please.
I'm like, why are they still talking to each other?
That's my thing. I'm like, this scene was supposed to end after he was like, I know you get off on it, but leave me alone. Alex finally leaves. And once Vivian's alone, she has an incredible Kim Kardashian line where she goes, doesn't anyone want to work anymore?
I was like, the one line for comedy in this episode. Doesn't anybody want to work here or what?
Because Alex is not the first person Vivian has offered this job to, and no one will take it.
And not the last.
So she's like, so finally, with Maggie and Justin, we're going to continue reading the will. Victor wrote that the other 50% of his estate, including controlling shares of Titan, will go to his son. And Maggie's like, which son? He has two. Beau is in a coma and was in a coma when Victor wrote this will. So, I don't think it would be him. And Philip, leather jacket Philip,
yep,
is also Victor's son.
Okay.
Kate and Victor had Philip.
Okay.
When Philip was institutionalized, Victor set up a separate trust for Philip.
Okay.
So she's like, Philip doesn't need to be included in this will. So what does he mean by my son? Finally, Maggie's like, well, keep reading. And I'm just like,
yeah,
no
keep
shit.
Reading.
Keep reading. Title of ep, keep reading.
For real.
Jesus
that,
Lord.
Honestly, I screamed at several scenes.
Yes, it's
just
okay.
It's fucking in front of you, Maggie.
Truly.
Ugh.
So Justin goes on. Victor's will says that though he loves his sons Beau and Philip, the son who will inherit half of his estate is a son he has heretofore never acknowledged. Dun, dun, dun. End of scene. Back at the hospital, Sarah's talking to Xander. Sarah says she knows Xander is capable of being a loving father because she saw how he was with Mackenzie. And then Xander goes, except she wasn't Mackenzie. She was Rachel. So here's what happened.
Okay.
There was a baby swapping incident when Xander and Sarah were together where Sarah had a baby who was not Xander's, I don't think. Sarah's baby died.
Oh, no.
In childbirth, or maybe right after, I don't know. So Xander swapped her baby, Mackenzie, with Kristen Demera's baby, Rachel, the one who's obsessed with the fish sticks.
A dead baby?
I mean,
he swapped a dead baby for a live baby?
I'm sorry, I don't...
He's a bad man.
Yeah. So he made Kristen believe that her baby died, but actually Sarah's baby died.
That is horrific.
I know, it's actually really bad.
I cannot
I'm kind
think
of glossing
a worse
over
thing
it right
to
now.
do. Yeah, it's too much.
I'm sorry. So Sarah was raising this baby thinking it was her baby, and then I don't know how it came out that it was actually not her baby. And then Sarah gave that baby back to Kristen, and now she's eating fish sticks. Sarah then proceeds to absolutely drag Xander. She's like, you know what? You make bad decisions. Sometimes they come from a good place, sometimes not. But either way, people get hurt. And I'm like, ouch. So then Xander says, he's really trying to turn a new leaf, be a better man, and hopefully this time he can do it. And he goes to leave, and Sarah stops him, and she's like, I hope you and Chloe are happy together. And he gives her a loving look, and then he just leaves without saying anything. And I'm like, so you don't wish the same for her? I see. How dare you?
Fuck off, Xander.
Yeah, come on. And then once Sarah's alone, she bravely fights back tears.
Bravely.
With her brushed Eyebrows to the gods.
She's ready for her wedding. She's like, I had to do it before.
She's like, I'm not going to have a dress, but I will have my brows done. Back at the pub, Roman continues to lovingly roast Kate. He's like, yeah, Rex's behavior has been weird, but did you do something to piss him off? You know, you have been known to alienate your children. And I'm like, damn.
Man.
And who should come in right on cue but Philip, one of Kate's sons. Kate, of course, then starts grilling Philip. Did you know the baby was born? Why did Rex keep it from his family? And Philip feels like he's really reveling in being cryptic. He's like, you know, I'd better let him answer. He'll be here soon. Kate then accuses him of being as squirrely as Rex is. Then, in a bit of a stretch, Philip is like, wow. And I thought Vivian was being aggressive. And I was like, oh, this is a moment where we're trying to like merge storylines. We're trying to connect.
We're trying to get the two actors that were in today
exactly
next to the two actors that were in yesterday.
Exactly. So then Philip shares that Vivian also offered the Titan job to Philip, but he turned her down. And then Kate is furious and storms out, saying she's going to give that bitch a piece of her mind. We're finally back to reading the will. Justin turns the page. He reads, visiting Beau made Victor reflect on the fact that he's denied this secret son his birthright. He wrote that he planned to tell this son the truth of his identity as soon as he returned to Salem, which of course didn't happen because he died in a plane crash over the Mediterranean.
He planned to do a lot when he got back to Salem.
He had a long to-do list, but he's also documenting it in this will to avoid confusion. Thank God. Then he says the attached letter will explain everything. So many documents, so many physical attachments. So then Maggie starts like rifling through an envelope and she's like, can't find it. And then Justin goes, oh, it's probably in that stack of letters that came with the briefcase.
This scene was hilarious. Attached letter. Where are the letters?
Oh,
maybe
there's a
the
stack of letters.
Do you think the letter's in the stack of letters?
And then they pull out the stack of letters and there's a sticky note on the stack of letters that reads, to be included with my will.
And they're like, maybe this is the letter. Y'all are stretching that scene.
Truly. Now, Maggie reads the letter because she can read this one because it's not a legal document. It's just a letter.
Not a lawyer.
And she's not a lawyer. So it's a letter to Victor. And the writer of the letter says she's happy they're finally on the same page about the future of their son. She says that at first she was upset that Victor showed up at the hospital for the birth. But now that months have passed, she knows he deserved to be there as his father. She pleads with Victor that he must stick to the plan. No one can ever know. It would cause immeasurable pain to a man they both love, a man she's let believe is the baby's father, a man who's Victor's own flesh and blood. And Maggie's confused. Victor's son was raised by someone in his own family? But who? And I'm like, keep reading. Don't look up for a second.
Don't look up to say, I wonder who it is. I bet the next sentence will tell you.
It's going to be, you didn't reach the end of the letter. You don't, and you have a whole stack of letters even if you did. So now I guess we really did just need to get Kate and Vivian in the same room. Kate bursts into the office at Titan to confront Vivian like she's in an old saloon. Like she bursts in the door and she's like,
the
Vivian.
swinging door.
Exactly. She's like, Vivian, stay away from my son. And Vivian's super chill. Like, she's like, what? I thought he'd want to carry on his family legacy.
What?
And Kate just goes, hell no. And then there's a line here that Kate really struggles to get through. But she does get there. She's like, I feel sick to my stomach seeing you in this office. And Philip must have too, because he turned you down in record time. And she says record. Which I think is incredible. In record time.
In record time.
And then she goes, although you're used to that with Kyriakis men. And I'm like, dragged. These people are nasty.
They are nasty. And it's giving a very homoerotic vibe. I'm like, these ladies about to get at it.
Get at it. Well, sadly, instead of going at it in that way with Kate, Vivian just goes, what about you? Do you want the job?
And Kate's like, me? I mean, yeah.
Let me think about it.
Into the job.
Okay, so we're going to go. We are in the home stretch, I would say, of this episode, just so everyone's aware. Now at the hospital, Rex is this is where we have the crisscross. All of a sudden, all the people are in different places. Rex is at the hospital. He finds Sarah packing the unseen baby into the car seat. And this is where I just want to shout out the unseen baby, which is just the blanket Sarah held the entire episode. And then them like staring in an empty car seat. I'm obsessed with them. Rex is like, I've got the rings. And Sarah's like, did you ask your parents about doing it at the pub? And he's like, I figured we'd just go and ask him when we got there.
Since I could ask him and then need it 5 minutes later, we might as well just ask him
but
while
also,
we're there.
Like, because we don't care about the fact that it is an open restaurant, there are people there eating lunch.
And Philip still needs to get ordained
and
anyway.
Philip still needs to get ordained. Yeah. So Sarah reveals that Xander came by to tell her that he and Chloe are getting married today too. And they're like, man, big day for weddings. Cool. Then Rex starts to tell Sarah if she's having second thoughts, she can tell him. And Sarah affirms that marrying him is the best thing for everyone. At home, Xander's packing when poor Chloe comes in, like she has just seen her life fall apart, which basically she has seen.
This is acting.
She
goes hard on this scene.
She goes really hard. So Xander's like chipper and he's like, oop, you found a dress. Oh my God, amazing. And then Chloe goes into a flashback to moments ago. Like it's truly like That's So Raven having a vision. She's like, and looks over and then it goes into the flashback just in case we forgot what happened earlier this episode. And it just like shows her overhearing Rex and Philip. And then Xander's like, Chloe, you okay? And I wanted him to be like, Chloe, you started staring off with a horrified look. Is everything okay?
I can tell that you're mentally back behind that flower cart.
And she is super not covering it well. She's like, yep, better go pack. And then she runs out of the room. Like, not even like leaves quickly. She physically runs.
Pump those arms, girl.
Back with Maggie and Justin. Maggie's still shocked. This means someone in this family is Victor's biological son. And finally, Justin is like, well, you better keep reading.
Read, damn it, read.
The letter says that this is a secret that she and Victor must both take to their graves. She says that even though the boy won't know Victor as a father, at least he'll know him as an uncle. This is what's best for everyone, especially... And then Maggie is confused. She ran out of words on the page and she very slowly turns the page. And Justin goes, especially who? And I'm like, finally, Justin is on the same page as the audience.
We're all very frustrated at the reading speed of these folks.
Dun, dun, dun.
What a sad day. Justin is like, oh, I'm so happy for you, Maggie. You get 50%.
I know.
And my son is not my son, but my family.
I know, and he's such a good guy. Anyway, oh my God, yeah. So finally.
Hard times for Justin.
That's the reveal. Alex is the secret son of Victor Kiriakis. Alrighty, Chloe comes back into the room. She literally just fled. Now Xander's all packed up. She clearly looks very uncomfortable, and this is where I'm like, okay, this entire episode, Xander is just a buffoon. He's like missing all the very overt body language right in front of him. He's like, I just want to thank you for overlooking my flaws, even how bad I am at darts. Ha 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 ha. And I'm like, you're a killer.
Yeah, hot take. He might be a sociopath or psychopath.
You're a baby switcher.
Baby switcher.
I'm going to start. That's an insult. I'm going to give
You're
people.
A baby switching clown, and I cannot handle you.
You're a baby switching deranged clown.
Exactly.
He's like really laying it on thick. He's so lucky that such a wonderful woman loves him, and he's going to work so hard to prove himself worthy. And he kisses her, And Chloe finally breaks down. She's like, I can't marry you. He thinks she's worried that he's still hung up on Sarah, but she's like, no, you're the father of Sarah's baby. And in this moment, I did think it was genuinely heartbreaking because Chloe is acting very good in this scene. Excuse me, well. So now we're at the pub. Rex and Sarah are at the pub finally. They bring the baby in. Philip's like lurking at the bar while Roman's doting over the baby carrier. And Roman's like, you know, I get it. I don't mind that you didn't tell us, but your mom is a different story. And then, of course, Rex goes, where is mom? I go, mom's getting a weird job offer. Vivian's like, you know, I've always thought you were a worthy adversary and a savvy businesswoman. Let's team up. And Kate's like, girl, you are crazy. But Vivian says, you can insult me all you want, but I'm in charge and no one can stop me. Little does she know there's a secret will and she's about to be out. So we're back with Justin and Maggie. Justin is beside himself. Maggie shows him the letter. Victor's secret son is Alex. And of course, in that moment, Alex comes right in. And I'm not even 100% sure whose house they're at right now. Because, like, famously, all of these people used to live in Victor's house that they got kicked out of. So I don't remember where exactly they were. But wherever they are, Alex comes in.
All right.
The episode ends with a horrified Maggie and Justin gaping at Alex, who's just, like, taking them in. And I'll be damned if I have ever waited so long walking into a room before saying something.
They are looking at him horrified, and he's just like, hey guys, with his eyes.
With his eyes, yeah. No dialogue. And it's like, keep it casual. Don't take in how weird it is that
Don't ask questions.
Right, because you would immediately be like, what's wrong?
Yeah.
Which I feel like would be a great way to end the episode. But no, it just ends with this long stare. And that's the end of the episode.
Wow, we did it.
Crazy. This one was a doozy, I feel like.
It was incredibly rigorous. It was it was rigorous. There was a lot of backstory thrown in, hence having to watch it 1.5 times.
It's kind of like a crossword in a TV show. Like, it does work your brain a little bit.
Sudoku for the television.
Emily.
Olivia.
What was your favorite part? What are you taking away from this episode?
That if you're going to read a letter, you should just read it through. And then you can go back and analyze if you'd like. But if you read it through, you'll get your info.
It's all there for you on the page.
Yeah, written right there.
Oh my God, that's a good lesson. Mm-hmm. That's a good takeaway. What do we think title of ep is? Do we think it's keep reading?
Or what was that 10-point word that somebody used?
Oh,
magnanimous.
Keep it magnanimous.
Maybe that should be your podcast sign off. Keep it magnanimous. You got options.
I got options. And then the other contender was, of course, baby emoji.
Baby emoji. That's a good one, too.
Oh, my God. Emily, thanks so much for going on this journey with me.
Of course.
We're both exhausted.
I feel a touch delirious.
We're
from
both
this.
spent. I have options of what I'm going to do with the podcast next week. I don't have something lined up. So part of me is like, should I take a break? Not a break. Should I take the week off? Because I need to get in the rhythm of like, I need stuff in the can.
Yeah, you need to film ahead.
As of now, I'm truly just, we are recording this on a Thursday and this episode is coming out on a Tuesday. Mm-hmm. I gotta have an arsenal of some episodes. So maybe next week I'll like release some mini-sodes, some deep dives, some character deep dives about some people who have juicy stories that we want to know more about.
Yeah, because are you going to go backwards or are you always going to go forwards?
No, I'm always going to go forwards.
So maybe you should be like, recap the 60s and like go over like the best.
I would, but I don't know where to watch those episodes.
Well, you might have to just wiki.
Yeah.
And YouTube maybe?
Maybe YouTube. That's a good idea.
Did Soaps ever go to DVD? Like a DVD box set of like 200 DVDs?
Oh,
it's like go to a thrift store and find some old...
My God, because I do have a VHS and DVD player. So if somebody...
VHS
this
set.
Is a request. This is a request. someone buy me season 1 of Days of Our Lives on VHS, and I'll watch it and I'll recap it.
Oh man, I hope that exists.
Me too. I do know the next full episode I am recapping, if anyone out there felt compelled to watch, to keep up, is going to be the episode that aired on September 28th. 2023. And guess who's back? Ava and Harris.
Oh.
Folks, we did it. We got to sign off. Thank you so much for listening. If you like the podcast, leave me a rating in Apple Podcasts. Leave me a review. Follow me on Instagram at SoAreTheDaysPod. Emily Swanberg, thank you for joining me and going on this ride.
Thank you for having me. It was a delight.
You know, my mom gave me the perfect idea that my sign-off should be stay classy, Salem. So that's going to be my sign-off today.
Why did she suggest that?
Because I'm obsessed with Anchorman. And he says, you stay classy, San Diego. So I'm going to say, you stay classy, Salem.
Stay classy and keep it magnanimous.
Keep it magnanimous. We have to go.
All right. I need more wine.
Okay. Bye. Bye.